Yeah, well, it's it's definitely on our minds, on my mind, but especially the senior class. We haven't beat West Virginia since 2015, the year before I got here. So, that's definitely been discussed in our team meetings and stuff like that. But it's something to use as some motivation, but also it's just going back to what's gotten us to where we're at right now and winning 3 games in a row, and that's been our preparation throughout the week, and just focusing on what is, what we're facing right now, and being where our feet are at today, and focusing at the task at hand, and that's having a great Tuesday practice today, and having that mindset, having that preparation every single week has led us to being prepared to play on Saturdays and allowing guys to play fast and play with confidence, and that's what we got to continue to do.
What do they do defensively that makes them a tough matchup?
Yeah, well, they're pretty unique on defense. I think their scheme is a little bit out of the ordinary. A little bit. It's not like your traditional structure, and they do some different things that are different to the eye of myself and others. And I think they're really good up front. They have a really good defensive line that they do a lot of different stunts and twists and do a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, and that allows the guys behind him to play with confidence and play fast. So it's going to be a great challenge for us this week, but I know we're excited for it.
The first play of the third quarter, you got to see a little bit of how the play was going to develop, and then they blow it dead for the false start. What gave you the confidence to go out there and have the same play call just the very next snap?
Yeah, well, that was Coach Messingham's call. But, I think the biggest emphasis for us was to come out in the third quarter and put a drive together and go score a touchdown. That's where we've struggled this whole season, is coming out in the second half and putting a drive together to score, And, for us to get a big play there and score, it, like you said, the play got called dead to a false start beforehand. So they had a little bit of idea of what was going on. And, in fact, they actually were calling out that it was the same play. And still didn't stop it, So that's good for us and good for our execution, And guys were blocking their tail off and gave Deuce a lane, and he made a great play.
You're playing with the only guy in college football right now with 800 rushing yards and 400 receiving yards. How versatile and valuable is Deuce right now?
He's a big part of our offense, and he's a very special talent for multiple reasons, and he's a tremendous running back. But what I think makes him so versatile and special is that he can line up a receiver and run anything on the route tree, and that's what makes him hard to cover. He does a lot of different things, but defenses don't know what he's going to do because he can do whatever he wants to do, whatever we have game planned. So, for a guy, like me, having a guy like that can do so many things, and him and I being on the same page all the time, it gives you a lot of confidence, and it makes my job easy.
Is it a surprise he's doing this as a sophomore?
No, not at all. I've said this before, but I thought, I knew actually the first time that I threw with Deuce during COVID, when all that stuff was happening. We were at Annenberg Park, actually, and was playing some catch back in those crazy times. And the first time that I threw to him, I immediately texted Coach Anderson. It was like, this kid's going to be really special. And it was something just about the way that he communicated, the way that he approached just doing that, and the way that he moved and caught the ball. You could tell it was just natural for him. And, he's not a guy that's going to let the success get to his head. And he's very humble and approaches his work, the same way every single day. And when a guy like, with the talent that he has and what he's been doing to stay consistent in that aspect, it's no surprise that he's doing what he's doing right now.
Skylar, has there been a play or a moment during this nice streak of games you've been on where your personal confidence really shot up? You thought, hey, I'm throwing the ball really good right
now? I don't think there's really a specific time or play. I think the Texas Tech game was a real turning point for myself and our entire team, just to be down 14-0 without even getting the ball, to start the game, and putting a game together to come back and win, and our defense making a lot of good plays and getting confidence there. I thought that was a big turning point for our entire football team. But for myself, like I said before, I put a lot of work into developing my passing game over the past couple years, and I just never have really had the opportunity to display that with the injuries and all that type of stuff. So I finally had the opportunity to showcase what I've been working on, and it's been paying off, and I've been having a lot of confidence in that aspect. And we've been doing a great job just overall in our passing game of, between the coaches, the players, between myself and the receivers, running backs, we're all on the same page, and we're putting a lot of extra time in throughout the week to make sure that we're on the same page, and you see that extra time that we put in throughout the week pay off on Saturdays of just playing fast, playing confident, and knowing where each other, I know where they're going to be, and they know what I'm thinking, and that allows the game to slow down for us, and we're making a lot of good plays.
Is your new target there that it's emerged on third down, Cade Warner? Is that a result of just kind of building the trust between you two as the season goes along?
Yeah, I think as the season's gone on, for sure that Cade's gotten more comfortable in our offense, and we found a role for him that he's been doing a really good job in. And he's a really, really smart football player, obviously with his family background and the way that, he's been around football his whole life. And it's easy to tell that just watching film with him and his understanding of the game. He's taught me a lot of things just as far as identifying coverages and overall schemes of what we need to do to get people open. And I know that's been very helpful for our offense, helpful for Coach Messingham. The more that we can just throw out ideas and have conversations, the more, we combine everybody's, thoughts, it makes it better. So he's been a tremendous asset to our team, and, he makes plays. And I think what's impressed me the most about him is his capability of extending the play, and making a guy miss and cutting through and turning a 3-yard play into a 6-yard play. I thought that third down in the third quarter where I threw the ball out to him in the flat late, he made a couple guys miss and got that first down. That was huge because KU just scored and kind of had the momentum there for a little bit, and I thought that play was a big turning point in the game for us and help us finish the game out.
You guys don't run I formation a whole lot, but it works pretty good against Kansas. What was it like lining up in that old school set?
Yeah, well, it takes a little stress off of me because I just turn around and hand the ball off to Deuce or whoever and get 10 yards. It gives you take a deep breath a little bit, But that was just a game plan thing of something that we saw on film, and we really liked the matchups and whatnot. And it's like I said, it simplifies the game a little bit for me whenever we can do that, and kind of opens up our whole offense whenever we have success just lining up an I formation and running straight downhill and getting however many yards a pop. That's big time for our offense.
Did you have to practice that pitch at all with Deuce?
Yeah, a little bit. We've been practicing that all season long. I mean, before every practice, we do play polish with the running backs and work on certain, plays that are kind of unique, and not knowing, exactly when. Some is game plan specific of what we're doing that week, but some is stuff that we carry with us throughout the whole year and just want to be polished up on. So that's something that we've worked on for a while because it is a little bit different. But we've had a lot of success with that play last week, and that was good for us.
How happy were you on the play where you handed off to Ben? He got his first career college touchdown.
I was really happy for him, and just to Ben Tennett's a really good football player, and just to see how much progress he made from his redshirt year last year to this year. I mean, we got into spring ball, and after our first couple practices, it was like, man, this kid's really good, and he's going to help us on Saturdays. We knew that for sure, and it was just trying to find a role for him and what was best for him in our offense and how he fit. And it was that was something that we had talked about the night before the game, that if we get in short yardage, especially on the goal line, that this is what we're going to do. And Ben was going to be ready for it, And after he scored, I went over and congratulated him, and he was just telling me how fast his heart was beating whenever that play got called or he got called into the game because he knew that was coming. And I know that feeling, whenever like my first touchdown could be right now, and it's a lot of pressure, but he did a good job of getting downhill and getting the touchdown.
Skylar, for as long as you've done this, and you've played here, you got some momentum now to get to as good a bowl game as you can. These are your last 2 home games. How important are they to you? Because maybe you've been thinking about that, maybe you haven't.
Yes, no, I've been thinking about it. It's crazy. I was actually texting Bradley Moore today, just catching up with him, and he asked me exactly, kind of how I felt, how I was doing, and I simply just I've been putting a lot of thought into, just what my journey here at K-State has been like, and it's been a journey for sure, and it's never been easy, and there's been a lot of ups and downs, but I'm so grateful for the whole process that it's been, and it's truly developed me developed me as a person, as a player, as a teammate, friend, brother. I mean, literally every aspect of my life, this program has developed me, and that's what I came here for. And now that the clock is ticking, and it's coming to an end, I'm just trying to just enjoy every single moment that I have right now with my teammates and in this program, because it is so special to me. And knowing that I only have a couple games left here in Bill Snyder Family Stadium, and all the memories that it's brought to my life and my family, it's truly special. And as much as like that can be, it's good to put thought into, but it can be an emotional roller coaster, if you invest too much thought into it. So I've just really been focusing on just having fun and enjoying this process, and just taking it 1 week at a time, because like I told the team after the game, and yesterday we had a captain's meeting, and we didn't come here to win 6 games and be bowl eligible. That's not why I came here. That's not why, speaking to the team, why any of us came here, to just win 6 games and be bowl eligible. Like, that's not, yes, it's a great accomplishment, but we're here for more. And we want to place ourselves in the best position to be in the best bowl game possible. And in order for us to do that, is taking it 1 game at a time, and focusing on this week, focusing on today, and everything else will take care of itself. So that's all I'm focused on, and I'm having fun, enjoying the game. It's so fun, and I have a lot of fun with my teammates, and just trying to cherish the moment.